that out. Lasagna. Insane to see. Mark II Escort.
That's happening.
Coke cutting a hole.
Haters. This is wild.
Spider infested. How is that? Hi, I'm Adam C and welcome to Players Classic at Goodwood. I've just filmed the cars coming in and this video is a walk around of some of the cars on display. So I'm looking forward to showing you some of the cars that I hadn't seen on the entrance. So let's get on and see what's here. There's a wide-bodied Skoda here and Elmo has been driving this Mini today. And the IS200 in a matte or satin colour flip with very vertical struts on that very large spoiler on the rear. There's even a matte black Mustang with some stripes. And this Q3 has got carbon dishes on its wheels next to a very low Audi A7. We've got the yellow Fiesta with the Cosworth wheels and the CLS with a Maybach badge on it. For this reason I will show. They call it the layback. And a yellow Volkswagen Beetle. That's a very vibrant shade. Can't have been an original colour. He's even got blinds in the back to cover his eyes from the blinding colour that the bugs are enjoying today. Someone's downshifting. Oh, a DB9. Check out the roof of the Polo. The FTO's got a half and half bear inside. He's an outie for sure. Oh, I see, the bear matches the interior, half black, half white, with some Japanese wording. Could anyone translate that for me, please? We've got this very yellow Audi S3 with invisible passengers. And next to the S3 is this Subaru BRZ with a sus element on the rear, which is the Type R badge. And if you come around the front, he's swapped a K20 into the BRZ, and as you can see around the back here, the bonnet that was missing on the car has got a harsh cutaway to fit the K20 in it. Has he made it quicker or was it slower? Oh, who here is going to utilise the art that we've got coming up? There we go. And there's two S15s here. We've got the grey and the yellow. There's a lot of yellow cars so far. And over here we have a brown four-door R34 Skyline. It's been wrapped. It used to be red, as apparently evidence behind the wing mirror. And here is one of the R32s with the Mark I Mk5 with its Japanese style plates on display. And we've got the Lupo, the Fiesta, and the number 2 Mini. Well, it's a number 2 on the side, but it's a mystery number on the top. Ah, the Scale Electric logo with a controller on the dashboard and a palm tree. So there are all sorts of cars dotted around, all sorts of sections. There's even a few more cars in there that we haven't yet seen, but we'll go back to that later because we are making a beeline for the main section because there's a few very exciting cars that we are looking forward to seeing. And this morning I have my Y-Food as my breakfast and they have sponsored this video with their brand new funky peanut flavour, and it's my first time trying it, so I'm very much looking forward to this because it's a brand new flavour from Y-Food and it's still got all of the vitamins and nutrients that you need for a full meal. So this will be my breakfast today. And the additional benefit of this peanut flavour is those with a nut allergy can actually still drink this. There is no trace of nut in this drink, it's just got the delicious flavour of peanuts. So let's give it a try. Wow, I'm surprised that there's no peanuts in there because that just tastes like peanuts. So that's the new flavour from Y-Food. Give it a try. It fills you up for between 3 to 5 hours and can act as breakfast, lunch or dinner. So check out the link in the video's description and use Adam10 to get 10% off your order, whether you want to try peanuts or maybe even the Y-Food taster pack with 5 different flavours to try. So around the corner we have the track parking. So these are the cars that will be going around the circuit later, including Luke's art car M140i and 2 E46s. And I've just had a chat with Jay from Players and he's just said they have a space in the passenger seat of a 900 brake horsepower Nissan PS13, and in a few minutes I might be going out and out around track. So through here is the main section where the cars that we've been waiting to see are going to be housed, including this mental wide-body Volkswagen Golf. Check that out with the bucket seats, like they've been made out of the bucket. That looks wild. That's getting crowded around by a lot of people and there's something spinning its wheels. Ah, I think this is what I might be going out in. So the chap is known as Steve Bagsy and he is driving this 900 brake horsepower PS13 that I will be experiencing. That's the blower sticking out the bonnet. I'm not scared, you're scared. I'm a bit scared. So I believe this is going to be some kind of drift demo. I've never been out in any kind of drift car like this before, so this will be a new experience for me and hopefully for you as well. So, hi guys, here I am in the PS13. It's a little bit daunting in here You've got the hydro and not much of a dashboard. This is going to be a demo to show the fans what this car is like and what Steve's driving is like.
And I'm harnessed in, ready for my experience.
Okay, okay. So there's a pre-session prep going on. The cameras are all ready. The crowds are ready to watch us too. Half an hour ago I didn't know that this was going to happen, and here I am belted into this monstrous car, if you'll pardon the pun. And there is Lord March, the owner of the Goodwood estate, coming in a GT2 RS.
So he's going out for one more session so we can watch it from here. We were hitting 100 miles an hour on the straight, whacking up the handbrake, or the hydraulic handbrake, so close to the wall. Such an experience. What a car. So I'm now behind some safety barriers. That was me in there earlier. We can't see him anymore. It's fine. It's gone in my eyes. That's not very Goodwood of him.
This is a new jumper.
There he is, the man of the hour, returning back after a couple of sessions. Yep, that's a set of tyres for sure.
Yeah, bits of rubber are being retrieved from the circuit.
Oh no, that's a GoPro. So there it is, the monster of a PS13 after the most insane experience I've had. There you go, that's how much tread isn't left after those sessions compared to a fresh set. But here is a better look at that Golf that we got distracted at earlier.
I've only ever seen renderings and official photos of this car. I've never seen it in person. You can really appreciate that work
the craftsmanship that's gone into both the design and the production of this mid-engined Golf. And also on display is this insane Porsche Cayman. Beyond the 635, we've got this Mazda RX-7. This one in particular has just been resprayed. It was red before, and now it's a really nice metallic grey. We've also got the E30 M3 next to it, and the wide-body Rotiform car next door to that. So here is the main show car section. There's a lot of cars on the floor. There's even a 996 GT3 RS. There's something shooting some flames over there, and there's a fly on me. Trouble with wearing yellow. We've got this Escort looking really, in fact there's two Ford Escorts. This one's called Dan. He's missing a headlight for better cooling. What is it revving? What is it? What is that? Oh, I missed it. This was the Golf making all that racket. Oh, there's the screamer. And we've also got this Ferrari 360 with what appears to be the challenge car body kit on it, with the spoiler on the back, and probably my most favourite number plate of the day, Lasagna. It's a road-going Ferrari challenge race car. There's going to be a lot of these around here. Oh, I love the aero wheels on the Escort. I didn't notice them earlier. Oh, and kind of likewise on this example, in fact, they're carbon fibre dishes as well. We've just had a Camaro start up, idling away. I'm sure we'll hear that in a little bit. We've also got this JVC wide-body GT86. The Camaro is just warming itself up, parked next to a really nice green Porsche 964. Whilst he is warming up, let's check out this Scirocco that's parked next to him. Got the colour-coded blue roll cage inside. It is a supercharged track weapon. Now, let's see what we can hear. And check this Driftworks Lamborghini Murcielago with the GT1 body kit. If you've been following the build, you will know the amount of work that's gone into this has been absolutely insane. With the carbon vents above the headlights, this is probably the car of the show for me. I've been looking forward to seeing this ever since I saw pictures of it. If you watch the build, that is when you can appreciate the work, effort and time that has gone into this car. They spent like 2 days trying to align the doors so they'd fit properly. Obviously this has got the GT1 body kit, so this is probably one of the cars of my childhood. You know the poster cars, there's pictures of these all over the internet. The original GT1, insane to see this. The Driftworks GT1, it's been converted into manual as well, and of course it is rear-wheel drive, being a Driftworks show car. It started off as Verda Ithaca, and now it's this GT1 grey with the body kit. Check that out. And here are two of Richard Woolman's cars, the Austin Heady Sprite and his Austin A30. And here is another car that I've been looking forward to seeing ever since I saw it was birthed on the internet. I've been following this build. They've turned the Jaguar S-Type into like a 60s homage race car. And I think in this British racing green, it looks really cool. And neighbouring the S-Type is this Volvo Amazon. He seated his turbo so far apart from the engine, screaming out the bonnet as well. That's not very Volvo Amazon-y. There's a bit of exhaustception there as well. And then we have probably the most custom Mark II Escort that I have ever seen. I mean, what's going on here? We've got the wide arches, we've got the yellow Toyo tyre icing, we've got side pipes, very modern style rear lights, and yellow tinted windows. We've got the Zaxpeed engine block with the gills into the engine bay. And coming around the front, that is the most unfamiliar Escort front end that I've ever seen, even with a orange splitter. And there's his spoolie boy as well. We even have a Playboy parked up with his curtains, his chandelier, and his Coke. And we've got this hilarious little BMW over there with a lot of rust on the wings. However, the interior is the cleanest, tidiest interior and most basic interior that I've ever seen. There's no animal hides, no leather, no fabrics. It's all just metal and a bit of rubber on the wheel and the gear stick, and that's it. Next door we got this really clean wide-bodied R32 Skyline with its RB26 on display. Check out the paint on the wings, on the insides of the wings in the engine bay. Looks wonderful. Next to the purple Ford Escort Cosworth, and we have another 964 next to the yellow RX-7. This looks a lot like the one I saw in London fairly recently. And the very clean Datsun Ute. The rear bed is being used currently to change some socks. Oh, it looks like someone's been on a trip to Japan. This Mark II Escort with the matching sunglasses knows his opinion. Air is for balloons! He also has a spoolie boy and tucked wiring and another clean engine bay held up by a bat, not the kind of bat that flies because that wouldn't do a good job. There's a carbon R8 wide body with a roof box. This is one of the cars from players themselves. This is beautiful with the yellow headlights going really nicely with the yellow calipers against the black paint job that's been polished to a gleaming state, and even yellow in the interior as well. Here is the slammed transporter that we saw at a recent event, and two S15s, both very different to each other. So we start with the purple example. He is next door to the other S15 with a ducktail on the back. It looks like he used to have a larger spoiler due to the little mounts down below, and some of the largest canards that have joined into the splitter. Now there is a very loud R32 Golf. Now a lot of you don't like this car, as you told me in a recent video. But as that's happening, they're going to continue up past the S15s. We got the Volvo. That looks amazing. I really like that with the gold wheels. And then we also have this Lamborghini Huracan, which is on air ride. This Porsche is twinning its rust with the tyre shine. And importantly, this chap really likes big knockers. He's behind a equally rusty camper. We've got the Budweiser on display. In fact, yeah, you can, yeah, I won't. I could. The whole interior of this resembles Mr. Bean's suit. It's incredible. We then got the Hellman Imp with the Finance Killed the Scene sticker next to the slant nose Rothmans Porsche 997. And beyond the Corolla, we've got this S14, which is one of the cleanest builds of the day. Now I have been told that this next section is one to pay attention to. We've got the slammed Honda CR-V. There is a really nice shade of green on the BMW 2 Series. And around here is a car that I've been told to look out for. Whilst it may look like a Mustang, it's got AMG badges. So this from Anarchy Garage is a 69 Mach 1 Mustang. It would have originally had a 301, but it had a 350 Cleveland engine in it, which you'll notice is no longer in this car. So this has an E63 AMG subframe, and as you can see, the bumper underneath the Mustang's bumper, and also has the E63's V8. And this is all drivable. This was driven here, took about 4 hours to get here. And that's what they've made out of it. So it's a 69 Mach 1 Mustang on an E63. And the 351 Cleveland that I mentioned that was in the Mustang is now in this Mercedes. As you can quite clearly see, they've managed to fit it in as best to their ability by cutting a hole in the bonnet. So this Mercedes was a very rusty car, so they bought another one. And what they did is they welded the side of the other Mercedes onto the side of this one. So this is from the same car but a different car, and it's just made it wider. So that's what they've done, and that is one of the wildest diffusers of the day. So that is why I was told to make a beeline for this section, due to these two cars that they have on display. And this little chap here, let's not forget. So what is this?
It's a mobility scooter on the back.
Yes.
And then a BMX on the front.
Right.
And I amalgamated the two together for my children.
And what's it called? The Chopster?
The Chopster.
The Chopster.
It only does 6 miles an hour.
Oh, okay.
But you can take it through a shopping centre, you can take it at supermarket shopping,
yeah.
You can go anywhere on it.
Oh, I don't fit.
Feet on the pegs.
Yeah.
And then squeeze.
Oh, here we go. I'm going to do a lap.
Go for it.
Laters. So here we are driving around the wet skid track of Goodwood in the Chopster. The crowds cannot contain their excitement. This is wild. We're going to take the apex round the corner. Here's the start straight. I should have timed this. Alright. I'm getting funny looks now. And across the line. Oh, it stops quite suddenly. So heading back into the main part of the show, we've got a couple of BMWs. We've got the go and stop signs on the back of the truck with the skeleton piece symbol. There's the Mazda RX-7 and a bit of an ironic number plate on the Mini, for I don't think he's much of a purist having a look at this car. Oh, he's number 88 as well! Matching numbers. Oh, check that out. It's a bit of a sticker-bombed dashboard. Very retro. The purist is sat aside from the Mark II Escort, the Renault 5, there's a couple of Datsuns as well, and this Toyota Mark II. And whilst the engine in this Jag does look like a period correct unit, it's not actually the correct engine, it's from a BMW. Right, we are finally into the main paddock of Goodwood with quite a lot more cars. Every paddock bay, or near enough, is filled, and cars are out the front as well, including this Harlequin Lupo and the spider-infested Chrysler 300C with the Lambo doors. You'll also notice its wheels, which each have 180 spokes. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, Oh, this little chap thinks I'm a flower.
I'm loving this duo here, each with their yellow headlights and rustic appearances. We've got the Ford pickup. It is slammed to the ground. And here's next to the air-ridden Mini that I've seen a few times before with the matching kids' toy on the roof in the same spec. There's a S15 with a bit of an underbite on the front splitter. That looks insane with its extended front arches as well. There's some signatures inside from some people. There's the slammed F80 M3 next to the S15. There's also this minty green Toyota Supra. We did see this last year. It really stands out. And two Subarus, the Hawkeye, which has definitely had a lot of work done to it. However, compared to its mate, it looks pretty standard. There is another four-door R34 Skyline here next to the Isuzu. We have a very early Mazda RX-7. We have a Golf with headlight covers, colour matched. In fact, I think they're made out of leather. We've got a slammed Beetle, we've got a slammed Audi Q5 or 7 or something, and someone's revving. Who could that be? It was the Golf that was giving some revolutions. Orange on orange, who was just around from a Mark IV Supra. And check out this S15. It's absolutely wild. Albeit a little confused as to why it's here. So many unanswered questions. We have the E30 with very evident ITBs. With the Rotiform Golf GTI, even a Mustang and a Mark I MX5. Once again, there you go. Oh, he's got a Spoolie Boy on display as well. We've got the wide-bodied E46 poking out of his paddock with the demonic headlights. We've got one of the cleanest Golfs here today. I don't think that colour quite pops on camera as much as it does in person. It's got so much gloss in it, it almost looks chromed. Well, we had the orange on orange Golf earlier. We've got another orange on orange Volkswagen. The interior matches the colour fairly well, I'd say. Into the next paddock, we've got the DC5 and the candy pink engine bay being held up by a skateboard. We've even got the Love Hearts on the front next to a Beetle with a trip hazard exhaust. In the second paddock, we have the yellow Pandem GT86 Turbo as well. Next to this R34 Skyline, there are quite a few R34s and a few R32s, not a lot of R33s yet. We've got the pop-up headlight crew, a couple of them with their lights up, including the two FD RX-7s. Oh, bit of a front end swap here. And this Micra I saw a few weeks ago with a large exhaust on the back. And I'm pretty sure it was black in colour, but now it's down to the metal colour again. So here it is once more. We've got the van in front, as well as some American muscle. And a colour flip RX-7 with a huge F-150 behind. Two touring cars, the Alfa and the Sierra. And the violet S15 with the high-vis roll cage. We've also got Jamie FYD's massive Dodge Ram with his red wheels on display, making this look quite small. Look, the camper looks like a model car next to Jamie's truck. There are two Ford Escort Cosworths as well. We have a white chaser because everyone loves a white chaser. There is a Volvo wagon next to a Honda Civic in a camouflaged wrap, and we have the beach buggy next door to that. And someone who seems to be staying the night. He's got his sleeper up. I mean, that's the kind of sleeper that I did not expect to see here today. I was more expecting, I can't see any sleepers. They're all actually show cars as well. No sleepers in this area. We've got the S14s looking absolutely stunning. R32 Skylines over there as well. In fact, there's a trio of them. There's the red S15 with a little ducktail lip off the boot. There's the Volvo 480. When do you see these anymore? Then there's the Jeep flying the flag of something. There's the Jag, there's the Brabus Beast, and the Nissan Pao? I still don't know how to pronounce these. P-A-O, that's how it's spelt, Pao. There's the badge on it. We have the wide-bodied E46 next to the Subaru. We've got the brave red wheels on the Golf as well, matching the grille surrounds, and the most modified Mini in the whole country. Well, there's a graphite grey R32 as well, with the M2 and the 996 in a lovely shade of green, next door to a Chevrolet El Camino. It's got the weathered rustic look on the bodywork, but the dashboard and the bulkhead are in turquoise. The engine's orange. So in all of my excitement whilst I was going out in the drift car, which is getting ready to go out once again, there were a few cars that I didn't see. There is another RX-7, this one again in grey, not a metallic grey, more of a flat colour. Wide arches as well, that looks really cool, next to Ruby, the Martini Mark II Escort. As well as this Escort, which is another car that I've been waiting to see ever since I first saw it on Instagram. That's crazy.
And further down here, one more car that I've been told to pay attention to that I've been looking forward to seeing. In fact, it's next to another car that I'm looking forward to showing you. Check out this Beetle. I am not sure what's been going on with this one, but I certainly like this for sure. It is powered by an RB, a front-mounted Skyline engine in the Beetle. Normally these are rear engines, but this one has had quite a bit more done than just that, as I'm sure you can see. But as much as I'd love to spend more time looking at this car, whether it be next to this Golf or not, the car that's staring me in the face that you may have noticed is this Liberty Walk Mk5 Supra with luminous pink wheels and green calipers. That is a thumbnail car. I don't think it is the thumbnail for this video, but that's a clickbait car right there. The first Liberty Walk Supra that I have seen in this country. And you know what? I am absolutely sold on this. This has increased my appreciation for the Mk5 Supra tenfold. I love this. But how is that for a pair? The Liberty Walk Mk5 Supra next to the Volkswagen Beetle with an RB. I'm also loving this wide-body 964 turbo that's just down from it, with a set of Brave wheels on display over there. Now we are heading to the final section of the show, which has this 180 or 200 SX, I'm not quite sure which one it is, S13. Check out the wood on the Cortina estate. Literally just bolted on some wooden panels down the side like a American station wagon. We've got the E30 Touring, we've got the Mark IV Supra, an Audi S4, an AMG GTR, and a green Toyota Chaser. It's almost camouflaged in the bush. I didn't see it initially. Well, it's great to see a Chaser that isn't white or black. Green is definitely a colour I haven't seen on one of these before. We've also got the red E36. Well, we also have the E36 and the Audi RS4 Avant. And a lot of cars just kind of spaced out on this green section. So the crowd are now lining up to watch the drift demo about to take place, which we definitely saw and experienced earlier. Here is this wild E92 that we've seen at an event recently. It's actually diesel, and this R34 is a car that I've been wanting to see for a little while. That looks wonderful. What a colour on the four-door R34. It sounds like Steve is doing some sends. Well, now there is one more car in this section that I didn't actually clock. It's kind of tucked out the way. I saw it in a recent video. I didn't know quite what it was, but now I'm a bit more clued up. This is a JZX 110. So this car came after the Toyota Chaser. This is its successor, the Toyota Verosa, or Verosa? I still don't know how to pronounce it, but there you go, there's the badge. Verosa. Now earlier, due to my ride in Steve's PS13, there was a few cars that I said I didn't actually get to film. So I'm going to head back, there's another Nissan PS13, and see which cars that I missed this morning. So in the cafeteria area, we have this satin purple Audi R8 with turquoise headlights. Starting with this RS3, we have a new section over here, including this Martinez Audi TT with the aero wheels on the front, as well as this boosted barge. This is a JZX, I think it's a JZX 80, but check out the bonnet, check out the patterns, the hairline patterns in this bonnet. They look absolutely beautiful, and a screener. When even the roof, you've got the sparkly lines down here, and then some curtain cushiony patterns. And he's next to a Toyota Crown and a Toyota Chaser that has just started up. So the Chaser is rolling out. How's that for a pair? And heading back to where we started, there's a couple more cars that I didn't film that I shall show you to conclude the video. So first of all, there is this wide-bodied Porsche 944. We also have this Civic with, oh, the spoiler's not quite as large as I thought. It's just because the boot is open slightly. Ooh. Big bonnet scoop in the Corvette. A few cars are idling, getting ready to leave. I got splashed. Oh. Is that all from the exhaust? That's from the exhaust, yeah. But from Players Classic at Goodwood, that was pretty much that. So what an enjoyable day once again at Goodwood. It's a bit rainy now, someone's a bit horny over there, and I need to put this through the washing machine. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Go follow me on Instagram for all the weekly updates and highlights about these meets that I go to. But for now, thanks for watching.